Hello everyone, this is Michael from History Skills, and I want to share a resource with you that will help those teachers who are teaching either ancient history or modern history under the new QCAA syllabuses for 2019 and moving forward from there. I'm a big believer in streamlining some of the administration processes that we do as teachers, and as a result, for many years, I've been using electronic criteria sheets, both under the old system and now under the new system. I use Excel, Microsoft Excel, to do this, and by just utilizing a couple of simple reference points within spreadsheets, you can automate a lot of the processes that we do. So I've got a bit of a spreadsheet here. It's pretty simple but very powerful that I want to share with you. And so for you to use this, I want to explain how it works so you can use this straight away. So you can see on the screen here that I have one of the new ISMGs. And if you look down the bottom, there's 3 tabs, each for the 3 ISMGs, the 3 tasks that we are expected to do under the new system. I don't have the 4th one yet, which is for the external exam, because obviously we don't mark the external exam. But you'll see there's the IA1, the essay exam, there's IA2, the source investigation, and there's the IA3 research essay. So these are all preloaded with all of the comments for the ISMG, and the name of the task is at the top as well. So the way this automates our workload when marking assessment pieces is you place in ticks to mark each of the sub-criteria that the student has achieved for each of the separate criteria. So for example, you'll see that criterion 1 is comprehending terms. So let's say you're marking a student's IA1 and you think that they've achieved a certain grade for each sub-criteria. You can see that in the white section where the descriptor is, you can click a drop-down menu, and if you choose the little U with the accent, it'll put a tick in that area. Then it will grey out those options in the other sub-criteria as well. So it shows you that you shouldn't be choosing that in the lower bands. And then you can choose ticks that the student has achieved from there. And you'll see that it only leaves the white areas available from what you've ticked. And then it will, using the white colour again, tell the student what points value they've achieved in that criteria. And you can go down the task and do a similar thing as well. So you put in all the ticks, it will grey out the areas you can no longer choose, and then once you've done all 3 ticks, it will highlight the number value that the student has achieved there. Now if you go ahead and you fill in the rest of the criteria, each of the ticks, and I'll just do some random ones here for the first task. I'll go down the bottom here, I'll choose some low results as well. The power of the spreadsheet as I do this is that it looks in the background as you're doing this, it looks for the strongest results and the weakest results for the student. And as you can see down the bottom here, when it looks for those things, it starts writing a comment or a suggested comment for the student. Now, because you're the teacher and you really know the student better than a spreadsheet will, you can choose to ignore this comment. But to help automate that process, it's doing a bit of a suggested comment to highlight the strengths of the student and also the weaknesses. So down the bottom you can see it's done a tally of the points based on what you placed on the ISMG, and it's created a comment here based upon where those ticks are sitting. So this suggested comment says your assessment piece had some good elements but suffered in a number of areas. It demonstrated a sophisticated understanding of historical concepts and a precise explanation of the topic. However, it was let down by simplistic implementation of source analysis and poorly developed identification of source features. Ensure that you work on these things for your next task. So that's just drawing data from each of those ticks that you placed up there, and you can see that the higher ticks have generated those positive comments and the lower ticks are pointing out areas in the comment for the student to work on. So if I went ahead and I changed some of these ticks, you'll notice that automatically the comment will change underneath as well to reflect some of the changes in those ticks. So I'll do a couple more just so you can see, and it will be identifying different things to comment on for that student. So what you do from here is then you print that spreadsheet for the student, and then if you want to start marking a second student, you just go through, clear all those ticks, and then you can start marking the next student. So hopefully that saves you a stack of time as well. Now I've just shown you an example for the IA1, the essay exam, but you can do the same for the IA2 and the IA3. And I've set it up so that when you print this, the criteria boxes don't split across a page, that you'll always have the boxes together on a single page for the ease of student reference and for reading. Now, this isn't going to replace all of the things you do with the new ISMGs, but I'm hoping that by automating some of this process, it will save you significant time that it will make your life under the new system much easier to bear as well. Now, these are living spreadsheets, so as I go through, as I use these in class, I will be finding some tweaks in those comments, so I'll be constantly updating them. And if you have feedback, if you use it as well, let me know and we can fix up the spreadsheets and improve them over time as well. I really hope teachers will find this useful. It will work for both ancient history and modern history under the new system. So give me a bit of feedback if you do use it, and hopefully this will save you a stack of time. Good luck with all that you're doing, and thank you for being the dedicated history teachers that you are.